GI distress. You're going to have other issues that perhaps will get you up to go to the bathroom more frequently. So the acid level in the body needs to be as close to neutral as you possibly can for a restful night's sleep.
Now, I had a friend of mine suggest to me some years ago the warm lemon water, which I take do in the morning and in the evening. And they also told me that there's this fiber supplement that I should take every night. Phyllis, I don't remember what it's called, something husk, that I should take every night, that it helps through the night with your GI tract. And then in the morning, you, of course, wake up. You do what humans do first thing in the morning and everything. And then it actually, that fiber that you take at night right before you go to bed will help clean with the lemon water, will help clean your GI tract as you sleep. Now, that's an important deal to make sure your GI tract's clean at the beginning of every day, or as clean as you can make it to start every day.
That is very true. And when we look at one of the one of the leading cancers today,
is one of them is colon cancer, which is really big. And, we have somewhat put preventative measures for the, colon cancer with, colonoscopies at the age of 50 that everybody should take. But, getting back to the ideal of the cleansing of your system, which is very important because it's basically the lemon water and the fiber at night basically will take all the metals out of your body. Remember, the GI tract also has an immune system with it as well. So it's fighting during the day. So when you incorporate those foods in the day, your immune system is also being activated. So to prevent the overuse of that immune system, to give it some time to relax in its restful state during sleep, the IgM, IgA can actually work at nighttime. So in the morning, you can, flush yourself out and all the toxins are released. So you had a good, well-rested night.
And when you look at that, if you put bulk in the body, what's going to happen? Which one becomes heavier? So as it's starting its motility throughout the body or throughout the night, that is going to reduce the acidity that's inside of that stomach. And one of the things that we looked at, we were very much aware that esophageal cancer is on the rise.
Yeah, esophageal cancer actually,
can be triggered by GERD.
GERD. And then we talk about Barrett's esophagus all the time. Barrett's esophagus, and everybody hears about GERD. And if you hear everything, a lifestyle drug that they take is omeprazole all the time, over-the-counter ranitidine. They have all those things, but what are they eating during the day to calm themselves from having that? Because when do you feel that pain? Mostly at nighttime when you rest. So how are you getting a sleepful, restful night if you're having all of this with this GERD effects, this agitation while you're laying down at night? So if you're eating the right foods, the raw foods, the alkaline foods, it kind of balances out in the stomach and you won't get that reaction anymore.
Now, are there some people who just naturally their bodies will balance that? Because I'll give you a prime example of myself. You know how many times I've had heartburn in my life? I can remember probably 2 incidents in my entire life where I've had some sort of heartburn, and both times it was because I really shouldn't have had the last 4 or 5 pieces of pizza. But my mother used to marvel at me because I would have sisters would have stomach aches. Both my sisters, everybody have stomach aches. And I was deemed as a child the human garbage disposal because nothing affected me. Are there people out there that can have a balance chemical-wise where they break things down just naturally better than the majority of people?
Let me ask you something. You said you've been drinking the lemon water. How long have you been doing that?
Probably
as a
4
kid
years.
Or it's a shorter time?
Probably 4 years.
Because I was going to say, your GI as
But I was never a big
guy,
soda person or coffee person or anything like that.
That's the wonderful thing.
See, I drank water or tea. That was pretty much all I drank.
I was going to say that, The
Okay,
causes of the GERD is like, smoking.
Never
there's
done that.
the coffee, and it relaxes the sphincter. There's a sphincter, the lower esophageal sphincter. When that gets released, and it's triggered by the caffeine, by nicotine, by those type of products, and when you get that into your system, that's when you suffer. So a lot of people that don't take care of themselves in the sense that they are, smoking, they're doing those things that stimulate the lower esophageal sphincter, then you can get the regurgitation of the stomach acid into your
That's what causes
esophagus.
acid reflux and all
And
that.
acid
And
reflux.
because again, you played football, you said, so you
I
were
did.
more active. So where you have a more active body, you're going to have less agitation within the stomach because it has to keep you at a certain level for your metabolism to be what it needs to be.
When you talk about metabolism, that's something else I want to. We talked about diabetes last week.
Yes.
Quite a bit.
Yes.
And I thought, I've always been told, but I actually went and saw my doctor earlier this week, and he did some tests on me. They were taking some blood and everything. He is always, every 6 months they take blood test. He's amazed because I tell he's like, what do you eat? And I tell him what my diet is, and he says, dear God, with what you eat, your cholesterol should be off the roof. But my bad cholesterol is in the very low range. And I eat 4, 5, 6 eggs a day. I eat half a pound of bacon. It doesn't bother me. But so I eat those kind of things. But also with my hyperactivity, that I've been under medication for that since I was 5 years old, I run 90 miles an hour. And he said, my doctor says, good thing you got that kind of metabolism or you'd be 400 pounds. Is there metabolism everybody's is different.
Yes.
But some people just have such good metabolism that they can fight off some of this stuff. And their friends go, well, you can eat anything, why can't I? It's because not everybody's the same.
Not everybody is created equal, honestly. And, I look at it that for children that may have hyperactivity, that can be actually a wonderful thing because it's going to, even when they're at rest, they're still going.
Their
So
metabolism is still wide open.
is still, exactly. So where others may be sluggish, they are usually not. So for you, that is an absolute positive.
Yeah, because I would be for it. But I'm just thinking back to what I ate last night after 9 o'clock. You don't want to know. You're doctors. You don't want to know. I mean, you walked in today. I said, what did I say? Would you like an icy?
You did say that.
So when we're talking about metabolism, how does metabolism work and towards good or bad for diabetes?
You need your metabolism major for diabetes. And I always say one of the experts in diabetes is myself because I am diabetic. I look at it that as I progress through my life and my metabolism became slower, guess what? We then saw those signs that I wasn't properly digesting or metabolizing my foods. It wasn't converting the way that it should. And what's going to happen is you now have a buildup effect. And when you have a buildup effect of anything, what's going to happen? Acid builds up. You have your colon not really moving or doing what it should. You
Plaque
have
in your arteries.
Everything begins to happen. So those can be complication, again, of a metabolism that's not flowing or working properly.
And like you said last week, diabetes can lead to heart problems, lung
Yes.
problems. It can lead, I know people
Systematic.
get circulation problems where feet get amputated.
Right.
I remember all that from last week. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. If you have a question for the doctors, give us a call. 622-9622. Dr. Brown and Dr. Mazzella of Ayers Therapeutic Services giving us their healthy tips. Believe me, I could be a case study, a clinical all on my own with the way I live. But we'll take your calls next, and we'll find out more about how you can live a successful life with diabetes right here on Healthy Living with Ayers Therapeutic Services. You're listening to us on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. Also, coming up next hour, Angie Lewis joins us for Angie Lewis's Biz Buzz, and then Southern Pigskin tonight at 5 o'clock right here on The Source.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue, proud sponsor of Marion County High School football.
Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Josh Duggar of the now-canceled reality show 19 Kids and Counting out with an apology, saying he's been unfaithful to his wife, also confessing he's developed a secret addiction to pornography. This after reports linking him to a cheating website, which was hacked.
The Ashley Madison website, a matchmaking site for unfaithful spouses, is dealing with this massive breach. While an exact number is unknown, the site does boast some 39 million members.
Fox Radio's Gernal Scott, the first 2 women to graduate from the Army's Elite Rangers program, getting a face-to-face with their boss, Defense Secretary Ash Carter calling them trailblazers.
After all, that's what it means to be a Ranger. Rangers lead the way.
And New York City health officials say they've traced the source of a deadly Legionnaire's disease outbreak to a Bronx hotel. 12 patients have died, more than 100 others sickened. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Are you at risk of identity theft? Yes. A new identity theft happens every 2 seconds. Does giving out your social security number increase risk? Yes. Putting personal information out there increases risk. If you forget your significant other's birthday, are you at risk of getting the silent treatment? Probably. No one likes having their birthday forgotten. But it won't increase the risk of identity theft. Unfortunately, things like shopping and breaches will. That's why LifeLock goes beyond free services that simply monitor credit, from detecting threats to helping resolve issues if your identity is ever compromised. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock has proprietary technology to detect threats and a dedicated resolution staff to help restore your good name. Is getting the silent treatment fun? No, but it's a walk in the park compared to having your identity stolen. Protection starts at $9.99 a month. For 10% off, go to lifelock.com and use promo code.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
WWWOCA, WWWOCA.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends, Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
We are the source, WOCA.
Welcome back to Healthy Living, brought to you by the good folks at Ayers Therapeutic Services. We have Dr. Mazzella and Dr. Brown in studio. And I always say, Buddy Martin says too, some of the best conversations are the ones that nobody gets to hear because they're off the air. I gave the doctor a little background into what I eat, and she's still saying, wow.
That's true.
Let's talk about the average person in their diet and how the average person these days in 2015, how easy, without even working very hard, I think it could be to eat bad enough to get diabetes and still look like you're a healthy person, not overweight, not, where it takes you an hour to walk up 3 flights of stairs because you're breathing hard. You look healthy, you look normal, and yet you still could be diagnosed with diabetes in 2015. Why is that?
When we look at the foods that we're eating now, it's completely genetically, it's different than.
We hear
my
GMO,
mom.
GMO, genetically modified organisms.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It means pretty much. In fact, let me give you this.
The biochemist, right?
Yes.
No, so genetically modified organisms is a way that foods have been actually used and vectors basically and modified scientifically to produce bigger products. So they actually change the DNA of the food.
So bigger ears of corn, bigger potatoes, bigger
and
squash.
And salmon they have it did. A lot of the farm salmon, if you notice, compared to the wild caught salmons, there's totally different sizes now. We look and we research and all this, and what we've seen is that GMOs, and I will say this as a physician, you have to be educated. So the public has to be educated and not to eat the GMO products and start using organic foods and to again decrease the amount of inflammation and to increase the amount of antioxidation in their systems so it can prevent them from chronic forms of diseases.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. You gotta get away from the
genetically modified organisms, right?
And they do it with farm produce. They do it with animals. They've done it with salmon.
Yes.
And I know a friend of mine, Mickey Smith, who owns a 80,000 head chicken farm up in Georgia, and I know that they can take a chicken from its hatch. 4 days after it's hatched, they inject it. And it's a full-grown chicken 11 weeks later, and a big chicken. So those are what you're talking about. So could that be directly then linked to the reason you see? You always hear this. They didn't make children. Girls didn't look like that when I was 15 in high school, and now you're hearing it with girls didn't look like that when I was 12 years old in middle school. Can we relate the GMOs to the earlier onset of puberty as well?
You can. Yes. Definitely there is this thing. You got to remember the body's, the cell itself and what the cell does, the organisms, the nucleus, there's DNA in our cells. And when you're eating products that are affecting your cell composition and DNA, yes, it's going to affect along, over the years, could cause, pre-puberty, and you see that people are changing. Yes, definitely.
Dr. Brown, are we setting ourselves up because of the food and the makeup of it nowadays? Are we setting ourselves up that 20, 30, 40 years down the road, the kids that are 5, 10, 15 years old now that will be my age in 30, 35 years, are we setting them up to be probably the most unhealthy humans that we've ever seen?
The generation that, again, would include my children, are going to not outlive us.
So we're like at the bell curve, and it's going to start going down again.
Yes.
Because I know I'm a history guy, and I know the average lifespan in the 19th century, which was the 1800s, was about 61. It reached its height of now we're at about 74 and a half for women, 72 and a half for men. So what you're saying is if we keep going like we're going, we're going to start going down the slope again that we've reached. Yeah. You feel as doctors we've reached our pinnacle if we keep going the way we're going, and we're going to start going back down.
If we keep doing what we're doing and continue to trigger that anti-inflammatory process in the body cannot sustain itself. And so, like I said, this is the only generation that will not perhaps outlive its parents because of the kind of foods. If you looked at a cupcake in 1980 versus a cupcake today, completely different.
Yeah, the cupcakes now. I don't like all the frosting and the big. I like my mom with the buttercream she made in the 80s. We got a phone call. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hi, you're on with the doctors from Ayers Therapeutic Services.
Hello, everybody. This is Hugh calling, and hello, doctors. Love your program.
How you doing, Hugh?
A quick question I have. My son and I were talking not long ago. I got 3 grandchildren. And I brought my kids up giving vitamin pills, those like Flintstones, wherever they were every day they got their Flintstone.
Yes.
What is your feeling on giving children vitamins, and at what age would you recommend it if you do?
Because our foods basically, Hugh, and again, thank you for calling, our food is devoid of nutritional support. When our babies, in fact, we recommend prenatal vitamins. So we honestly believe that you start from the time that conception begins. Because if we don't, our children's body, based on the food that they're eating, cannot provide the nutritional support that it needs. So we need to be supplementing with vitamins.
Do you believe in giving children during flu season vitamin C?
We always suggest that vitamin C be given because, again, when you look at the benefits of vitamin C, it is tremendous. It prevents the proliferation of certain cells from overgrowing. Kids that are always playing, they're going to scratch their knees. You need that for the integumentary system. Vitamin C, you need it because kids are going to be kids. They're going to interact with other children, and you want their immune system truly built up. So I absolutely recommend vitamin C for children.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
We always count on Hugh. Hugh listens to us religiously and calls the show. And he's always has great questions that are helpful. I'd never thought about. I knew you do prenatal care, prenatal vitamins, and then start giving I didn't think about start giving children vitamins immediately after they leave the womb.
What happens is that a lot of our foods today, they are, if you look at fortified foods, in other words, because our foods are pre-cooked, then they have to be fortified with the vitamins, because if you give raw foods, you have more nutrition factors in it. If you cook those foods, then you take all the vitamins and the supplements out of those foods, where now chemically you have to put back in. And that's,
That's why I like steel-cut oats. That's when I started eating steel-cut oats years ago, and I know steel-cut oats. But I found out that I've changed over to going and getting Lori Martin Gregory, Buddy's daughter, who used to do a healthy living show here, lives out in California now. She told me, stop eating rice. Stop eating the box rice. It's already had all the nutrients. All you're doing is jamming up your GI tract with stuff that your body's saying, what the hell's it doing here? She said that and milk. She doesn't like milk either. And so she got me where I now go to Mother Earth Origins, and get the organic wild rice. And it actually, by the way, I know if this sounds strange, and I didn't believe it at first either, needs very little seasoning because it has its own flavor that hasn't been bleached out of it.
Exactly.
Now, when we talk about places like Earth Origins and all, I buy a few things from there but when you say you need to eat healthy, you need to not eat GMOs, you need to eat organically, the biggest argument people say is, well, that's good, Tom, for a millionaire, but I'm broke. I can't afford to eat healthy. I have to eat at Walmart.
When you look at the cost of not eating healthy, it is either you're going to invest it at the beginning so that you remain healthy and live longer, or you can invest it at the end. And it's not an investment at the end, it's an expenditure at the end, because you're coming to doctors more frequently, being hospitalized more frequently. So when you look at the pros and cons of paying for the organic or eating healthy, hey, the benefits absolutely outweighs the risk.
Let me ask you this question, because we live in an area where there is a lot of agricultural land. Like, I live on an acre of land. I could easily till up 5 or 6 rows and plant. Can you go, when you go to get, say, the squash and the lettuce and the cucumbers and the broccoli and the beans, the healthy stuff, and plant it in your yard yourself, are those genetically modified seeds? Do you have to be careful on what actual seeds you buy if you're going to do a garden yourself?
You have to be careful of the seeds that you actually purchase, because again, unless those seeds again have been curated and you get it from a special organic seller of seeds, more than likely they're absolutely genetically modified. And when we're looking at squash and zucchini, my favorite things, and this week we were actually doing a study and we looked at it and we thought, oh my goodness, these are foods on my top 10 foods not to eat.
Even papaya was one of them too. Yeah.
So then somebody who wants to live a little healthier, and the more affordable way to live healthy is to grow instead of buy, to grow, and they think they're growing organically, can still be growing GMO instead of good vegetables.
That's right.
Exactly.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. If this is such an informative half hour. If the average person wants to find out more information, where can they go to find out? Where can they come visit you at your office, or find you on the web, or call you?
On the web, we're airsglobalinc.com. Our office is located at 1005 Southwest 10th Street here in Ocala, right off College Road. And we're in Suite 103, which is right across from CTAE. Our telephone number is 352-512-0222. We have taken this to a whole new level in that we're now starting certification classes here in Ocala to begin to teach people how to live well. Because we need enough people inside of nursing home hospitals that are taking care of those that can no longer provide good quality foods and stuff, to know enough how to protect. Because for us, when we became doctors, one of the first things that we did was we swore to protect life. And that's what we want to do.
So we can find it at airsglobalinc.com, or go see the doctors. They're right across from CTAE on College Road or 10th Street. It gets confusing right there in that area. It's 10th Street, it's 200, it's College Road, but it's right across from CTAE. Yes. You can go see the doctors at Ayers Therapeutic Services. Doctors, as always, went by so quick, but thank you. I didn't know. See, I was planning on growing a garden. Now I literally have to go out and make sure I'm buying the right stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, get Heritage Seeds, and I'll tell you something, you'll not regret it.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up hour number 1, get set up for Buddy Martin. This has been Healthy Living, brought to you by the Ayers Therapeutic Services Group. You're listening to us on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer, in everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Do you experience body aches, joint, or muscle pain all over your body? Does it keep you up at night, interfere with your day, and leave you feeling tired and in pain? You could be suffering from fibromyalgia. Renstar Medical Research in Ocala is conducting a research study of investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 18 and 75 who have had widespread body pain or tenderness for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided, and insurance is not necessary to participate. If you experience body aches or suffer from fibromyalgia and would like to find out more information about this fibromyalgia study, please call Renstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Renstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Renstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for 1 day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101, 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals, get it done, rent it now, 352-369-9101.
It's rodeo time in Ocala. The Great Ocala Shrine Rodeo stampedes back to town September 4th and 5th, 7:30 nightly. Witness America's #1 sport and the greatest show on dirt as cowboys ride to help children walk. 33 years of broncs, bulls, and babes. For tickets and information, call 352-402-8808. September 4th and 5th. Don't miss the Ocala Shrine Rodeo.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. That was a pretty informative segment there, Luke, the healthy living segment. I didn't realize, the realization came as we were talking about genetically modified organisms, that the seeds that I think that I could plant in a garden might be genetically modified. And the doctor said they are. Some of it that you have to be careful. So you could think you're growing something healthy and still be growing a genetically modified organism. And it's the truth. I remember my grandparents would have a garden. And when I say garden, I mean like an acre worth that my grandfather would drive a tractor to till up and everything. and you'd go out there and you'd pick the snap beans or you'd pick the squash, and they were, a little bit. They weren't big, they weren't huge like you see them in the grocery store now. A zucchini now is about 4 or 5 inches around and probably 6, 7 inches long.
Right.
I remember my grandma said big zucchini back then when I was a little kid. When I say little kid, 9, 10, 11 years old, was like 4 inches long and about an inch and a half around. That was a big zucchini.
They're evolving.
Enough where they would quarter it and get zucchini strips. You would quarter it and get 4 strips out of it. Now you can cut a regular zucchini that you grab out at the grocery store. You can cut that thing in half and get 8 stripes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was not aware that Lori Martin Gregory, though, coached me up a little bit. So I have a little background for healthy stuff that I should do. I just don't do it. Buddy Martin is in the building with us now. He just walked in.
Farmer Tom.
Buddy, I didn't realize that genetically modified organisms can be in the seeds you grow, too.
I learned that from Lori, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So you luckily caught yourself before you planted a GMO?
Yeah, because that would have aggravated me to hear I went through all this work thinking I was doing something healthy.
Listen to us talking like we know what we're talking about. 3 years ago, we didn't know what GMO stood for. We thought it was an Oldsmobile.
Let me explain something to you. 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, you said, I'm going to have my daughter on every week. First week you had her on, I was like, buddy, that's boring. Nobody will want to listen to that ever. 3 weeks later, I was a client of hers eating healthy.
Whipping out cash and saying, can I get you to be my consultant?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Angie Lewis in today?
Angie Lewis will be in the house today. I hope she's bringing her umbrella because it's pretty nasty out.
Well, it looks like it'll have one of those afternoon storms. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida. That's what we deal with.
Lightning over there to the west, though, so be careful.
Thunderstorms. Coming up next, Buddy Martin joins the show already. Wait, he already did join the show, already in progress. Hour number 2 of the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source. Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
Summer is dwindling down and so is your wallet. Well, don't stress. Golf is still affordable at Pine Oaks Golf Club. You and a friend can take advantage of the $40 twosome. Pine Oaks offers a championship 18-hole golf course with a fully stocked pro shop and snack bar. So what are you waiting for? The $40 twosome at Pine Oaks is just what the summer ordered for you. So set your tee times now at pineoaksocala.com.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, the new old-fashioned bank. Let us introduce you to Ocus, a simple way to bring your business online. Through this relationship, your business can have a fully functioning website in less than 30 minutes. We will also provide you support with social media, sales tracking, e-commerce, and online scheduling, which is all optimized for mobile users. Ocus, now at Gateway Bank, Silver Springs Boulevard, Ocala. Come visit our technology center for your total small business solution. I'm Tom Ingram, and I'll see you there.
You can have work done on your vehicle anywhere, but why would you? Maybe they correctly determine the problem and suggest the proper service. There's a chance they won't. Eliminate that chance by bringing your vehicle to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue. The professionally trained, factory-certified team understands the service requirements and maintenance needs of your vehicle, and when the unexpected repair comes your way, you can be assured the work will be done correctly, quickly, and cost-effectively. Look, you've invested a lot of your hard-earned money in your transportation to deliver performance, reliability, and safety. So doesn't it just make sense to trust the professional team at Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue to ensure you many miles of worry-free driving and peace of mind knowing the service was done correctly? So the choice is yours. Take the hard-earned investment to whoever for service or a factory-trained certified technician at Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue. To schedule your next completely satisfied service for your vehicle, contact those who know it best. Village Ford of Bellevue or Ford Lincoln of Ocala, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. A night of unrest in St. Louis after the fatal police shooting Wednesday of an 18-year-old man who opened fire on officers. A news conference held this afternoon.
To call for peace and calm when it is needed the most. The residents of Fountain Park deserve this, and I certainly hope that they get it tonight.
Mayor Francis Slay joined by community leaders and Police Chief Sam Dotson, who had a message for peaceful protesters.
Don't let those individuals that want to set fires, that want to loot, that want to destroy our neighborhoods, take advantage of that group.
9 arrested overnight. LA County Sheriff's investigators will recommend a vehicular manslaughter charge be filed against Caitlyn Jenner in connection with a February accident in Malibu that killed a female neighbor. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Are you at risk of identity theft? Yes. A new identity theft happens every 2 seconds. Does giving out your social security number increase risk? Yes. Putting personal information out there increases risk. If you forget your significant other's birthday, are you at risk of getting the silent treatment? Probably. No one likes having their birthday forgotten. But it won't increase the risk of identity theft. Unfortunately, things like shopping and breaches will. That's why LifeLock goes beyond free services that simply monitor credit, from detecting threats to helping resolve issues if your identity is ever compromised. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock has proprietary technology to detect threats and a dedicated resolution staff to help restore your good name. Is getting the silent treatment fun? No, but it's a walk in the park compared to having your identity stolen. Protection starts at $9.99 a month. For 10% off, go to lifelock.com and use promo.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
You think he's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala.
Hoo-ah!
You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Hello, welcome